Environmental processes, water and soil quality of Bukidnon and its implications to developing cancer. A paper presented in partial fulfillment for the requirements in SE 203 selected topics in chemistry. Both soil and water resources are crucial for ensuring a sufficient quantity of food and a fruitful environment for all living things. Pollutants in soil and water can have an impact on a variety of organs, including the lungs, skin, gut, liver, and kidneys, depending on the chemicals involved. Additionally, these contaminants may have an impact on the immune, reproductive, neurological, and cardiovascular systems. Contaminated water and poor sanitation are linked to the spread of illnesses. Changes in the land cover and land management practices are one of the influencing factors behind threats affecting the water quality. And one of the main sources of water for drinking, agriculture, and industrial application in Bukidnon, specifically in Malaybalay, is the Sawaga River. However, illicit logging, mining, quarrying, slash and burn farming, and other activities pose a serious threat to this river system. In terms of anhydrite, gypsum, and halite, the river's water chemistry was primarily magnesium chlorine type and undersaturated, particularly near the river's buildup and agricultural sections. A moderately acidic pH, a high nitrate content, and a high TSS concentration were noted. The influence of land use and human activities along the river might be primarily held responsible for the Sawaga River's overall water quality, according to Opiso and Alborua in 2014. Sawaga River is high level of ammonia and the detection of nitrite like total coliform and E. coli, heavy metals like cadmium and lead, pesticides including organochlorine and organophosphates, and increasing human population and agricultural intensification at the lower section of the river contributed to the relatively low water quality. Biophysical and chemical condition is severely threatened, especially in the downstream section, due to various anthropogenic activities which can degrade its overall environmental quality. Another factor to consider is the quality of soil. The off-site effect of soil erosion are siltation and sedimentation, which carry traces of pesticides and chemical contaminants into water bodies, which are likely to degrade water quality and may create health problems for farm families and those living downstream. Land usage has changed as a result of agricultural intensification, which has been key to meeting the rising need for food production for domestic consumption and market supply. Existing soil data for Bukidnon indicates that close to 60% of the region has high to very severe soil loss rates. Among the 10 land use types examined, rubber and coconut plantation showed significantly the highest soil organic carbon sequestered, while pineapple plantation has the least. Overall, soil organic carbon sequestration in these agricultural land use types goes in the following order: rubber, coconut, rice, cassava, coffee, sugarcane, mango, banana, corn, and pineapple. Land use devoted for rubber plantation is basically soil carbon saturated, which is comparable to that of a national forest, while those areas utilized for pineapple, corn, and sugarcane production has the greatest carbon saturation deficit, according to Patricia in 2014. So how does this relate to the risk of developing cancer? Issues threatening food safety such as combined pesticide residues and heavy metal pollution needs to be addressed to reduce risk to human health such as heavy metals like cadmium which can cause stomach cancer. Soil contamination may be responsible for health problems like cancer, to neurological damage, to lower IQ and kidney disease. Heavy metals and persistent organic chemicals are of particular concern. Human activity introduces heavy metals to soils through mining, smelting, industry, agriculture, and burning of fossil fuels. Soils not only act as a temporary sink for many types of pollutants emitted as a result of human activities, but can also act as a source of pollutants that will affect other environmental compartments like transfer to air, water, or biota. Both the quality and quantity of water resources in the Philippines is threatened, with evidence of degradation in both coastal, marine, and inland freshwater environments. Accumulation of toxic chemical pollutants and soil-borne pathogens in soils resulted in increased human exposure either via inhalation, dermal contact, or ingestion of soil, or indirect exposure via dietary intake or drinking water. Hence, there is the link for source of carcinogens, and exposure leads to the possibility in developing different types of cancer. In conclusion, it is therefore crucial to develop tools to assess potential risk of human exposure to environmental pollutants and to determine meaningful threshold concentration in soils and water in order to protect human health from cancer. There is a limit to what the government can do to protect and conserve soil and water because of a lack of trained personal equipment and finances. Perhaps most importantly, many environmental problems cannot be solved by government regulation alone. Thank you for watching.